What's going on, all you sweaty chode sniffers? The boys are here. We've got Westy. You gotta cut it out. Is it a perfectly timed cut it out?
Disappeared.
No, that was me slurping of water.
Oh god, didn't hear any of that.
Nah.
We had Westy. Bran.
Yeah, g'day.
Fip.
Hello.
Boys, what's going on?
Not a lot.
Oh, same old. Stuck in isolation.
Yeah, masking up.
Masking up.
Yeah,
Masking up.
just playing a fuckload of The Witcher 3, honestly.
Yeah.
Nice. How far are you through it now?
I don't know. I've been because I had to leave this area, so I was doing like all the side quests before I left the area. But in the last week, I've played 20 hours of it, so I've been playing quite a lot of it.
See, I went into mine the other day. I don't think I have a good representation of how much I've actually played the game because I left my computer on the other night. So it says that I've played like 35 hours in the last week. But in reality, I've probably played like 3 or 4.
Yeah, no, and like when you do play it, I feel like it's really easy. Like I nearly sort of forgot about the podcast tonight because I was playing it and I took the time and I was like, oh fuck, it's nearly time, so I had to get off. But I didn't want to get off, but you know.
Begrudgingly had to do the podcast.
Yeah, but no, not that I had the podcast, just that I was having so much.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun on The Witcher. It was just.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Ollie's actually doing it right now. He's multitasking with the podcast and the game.
Still playing
I was
the
actually just reading an article, and Bethesda were giving away free games for charity during QuakeCon.
Damn.
All right.
But it was the 7th till the 9th of August, which fucking sucks. Because they were giving away Doom Eternal, Elder Scrolls Online.
Doom Eternal?
Yeah, like the newest game. I can't believe I fucking missed this. I've already got Elder Scrolls Online and Quake Champions. They're giving away all 3 of those games for free.
Dude, that's fucked.
Which I'm fucking...
Now you've made me shitty. I was happy.
Yeah.
Fucking thanks, mate.
I just like taking people down with me.
Oh shit. Our main topic this week, because we all watched a JRE, which was it's the 11th of August today in the beautiful country of Australia. We watched a JRE that was posted about 3 weeks ago with George Knapp, the investigative journalist that discovered Bob Lazar, the guy that used to work at Area 51, supposedly, allegedly. And we're going to talk about aliens.
I guess we'll start off. Did you guys actually believe Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
I do.
I feel like I do, yeah, but it's hard to believe anyone on the internet these days anyway.
Yeah, like I'm pretty skeptical, but the fact, like I love to be skeptical. I like to question things just because you should never take things at face value. And especially when it's a story like this, which is so crazy. But he's just been so consistent and it all just makes sense.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like the only reason I believe him, like I'm still sort of skeptical, but the only reason I'm leaning towards believing him is because of how the government's wiped his records and everything.
Dude, that is
they've shot
that is
themselves in the foot with
100% the reason why I think it's true, because there's no reason to do it otherwise.
They've literally, if they just said nothing about it and just like, oh, it's just a crazy man, like it'd be fine.
Yeah.
No, I feel like a lot less people believe it, but because they've come out and deleted all his records and everything, and it just makes it so much more sus when there is like credible sources saying that he did go to these places. And
yeah, and he's clearly like a very educated person. Like the dude put a fucking rocket engine on the back of his car and made it work. Like, how do you not think he went to fucking uni?
Did I just cut it out?
You got a little optimistic before, but you're all right then.
Fuck, let me know if it gets too shit.
Yeah, I will do.
My internet at home's just been shocking lately.
No.
Must be all the people on it because of lockdown or something.
The Rona.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think we're all skeptical, but mostly leaning towards believing him. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I feel
I've always just wanted it to be true. I think that's why I believe it the most.
I think that would be my biggest bias as well.
It was like
Yeah.
he seemed so normal, which made me more skeptical on him because the crazy ones often seem like very normal. But I think I'm leaning towards the agreeing with him. I see where he's coming from.
Like, obviously, the shit thing about all the UFO stuff is, it's like the fucking boy who cried wolf. Whenever you have like one true time, it's going to get overshadowed by all these ridiculous fucking stories, by all these cunts that are just saying like, "Oh, I saw one. It fucking abducted me and anally probed me and shit." It's like, no, cunt, you didn't. You were just sitting there fucking high off LSD and you thought this happened. And then it fucking takes away from the people that actually may have had proper experiences or have legitimate stories that they can't explain.
Yeah.
And then you've got like full mental people who are just fucking devote their lives to UFOs, but they're crazy. Like you can tell they're just fucking crazy, which makes like ufologists like what's the bloke's name again? George Knapp, is it?
Yeah, he's essentially like a ufologist, I guess.
Yeah, it makes someone like him seem less believable just because you associate those people in the same category as
Yeah,
what he
it's much
does.
easier to dismiss when you have those people standing next to him. Like obviously he wouldn't work with those people, but when you put that story next to this one, you're like, oh, well, he's lying, so why can't he be?
Yeah, exactly.
But like Bob doesn't really have a reason to lie.
No,
Exactly.
he doesn't, does he? No.
Yeah, he's not getting anything out of it.
No, and he fucking hates all the attention and shit. He didn't want to go on Joe Rogan because he didn't want people to bring more attention to him. So like his story's always been the exact fucking same. It's so ridiculous to me.
And especially that matched up with like the footage that the government released of the fighter pilot like chasing down the little Tic Tac UFO.
Yeah, dude, Commander Fravor.
Yeah, that's a bit fun.
Yeah, see that like really reinforces it for me. Like a proper full-on clean record Air Force pilot who was like, I didn't know what this thing was. I've flown aircrafts for 20 fucking years. I'm one of the best, and I have no idea what that aircraft was.
Yeah, like, and I think before they actually released that officially, that video was already out there because I feel like I saw it a few years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was out. Yeah, it's been out.
Yeah,
for
the
a
Tic
while.
Tac has been out for a while.
Yeah, but this is like the government's officially recognised it
Mm.
and whatnot. Yeah, so I guess there's that to give it some credibility. But
How do
yeah,
you think the world would react if the US government came out and straight up goes, we have ships, or we don't know where the fuck these are from, or we don't know what to do, or we don't know if they're coming back?
Yeah, I reckon a
What
lot
do
of
you think
people
people would do?
people would freak out because, like, I feel like a heap of religions would just shut down, and I don't know, a heap of that shit would be affected. But
Dude, isn't like the Catholic religion, the Christian religion basically say that humans are like the only,
yeah,
like we're the only
I think
beings
so,
in the
yeah.
universe?
yeah,
because God created it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that just throws that out the window, which is a huge plus.
yeah.
But I think they did say they've got things with unknown origins, like made of unknown materials at least.
Well,
Yeah.
the
and,
government said,
and this is like a quote, not from this planet. Like that was something that was released with that video.
I feel like it's the lack of like a media attention that like it gets.
Yeah, but
that,
it was
like,
New
a lot
York
of people
Times
don't know
that
about.
published an article on it.
Yeah,
really?
it's starting to get a lot more in the past like 3 or 4 years, and that was when the New York Times started doing that.
but
that
people
stuff, sorry.
people are so set in their mindsets that like even if the evidence is right in front of them, they still won't believe it.
Dude, which
Yeah.
is the dumbest thing. It's so stupid. If you're having an argument with someone and they literally just show you a thing that counteracts every single one of your points, what you should do then is just admit defeat. You shouldn't just keep going just because you don't want to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not a bad thing to be wrong.
No.
You know, people had to be wrong to get shit right.
Exactly.
Would you fuck an alien if the opportunity presents itself, just so you could say you're the first person to fuck an alien?
I think it depends on what they look like.
Yeah.
They look like you.
I mean, don't.
Fucking oath, I would fuck that alien. I would fuck the shit out of that alien.
I think I would, man. Like, you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
You're the only person
think so.
that's going to have that chance. It's like, hey, you want to smash? It's like, of course, alien person, I do.
You're the alien puss.
Do you know what's down there before you agree to it? Because like, imagine if you go down there, and there's like some spiky shit down there or something.
Yeah.
No, it's like it's like a little thing that just molds perfectly to your cock.
Black hole.
It's oozing like glowing shit.
Oh, it sounds very magical. I definitely want to put my
Turns
dick
me
in
on
there.
even more, yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's just a little grey thing, like people draw.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
people draw.
Like kids draw.
What do
You
mean?
fucking a kid drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Daddy, this man's sticking his dick in my piece of paper.
So I'm just fucked on LSD and just this kid's drawing.
Make your own canvas.
Oh, fucking hell.
Got back quick, didn't it?
Yeah, sorry to say that.
Like I don't know. I'd be so curious if like the government said that, and then like all the religions just held completely firm, and they're like, "We don't believe you."
I feel like they'd have to because like they'd lose a lot. Like people would lose a lot of money. Like everyone that's in the religion-based industry, I guess. Is it not industry? Beliefs?
Well, yeah,
I don't know, but like
it's not meant to be a business because they don't get taxed, but it's like the most profitable business ever. So you have to ask the question. Although it is losing money in the past like 20 years.
yeah, so I'm not really sure what would happen there. But
I feel like with all like there's some bads with religion and all that shit, but it does give people like a little bit of hope, a little bit of faith, I guess.
Oh, there is
Because-
some good things for
Yeah,
certain.
there's some very good things that come from it. So
But there are some horrific things as well, where like parents will be like, you know, no sex till marriage. You can't be fucking jerking your dick because you're touching Satan. It's
Yeah.
like, Mum, I'm fucking 13. Just want to have a wank.
The reason they call it beating the devil out of it, mum.
I think some of those like rules and shit, and like how people get like shunned for sinning and whatever. I think that's all a bit fucking ridiculous. The actual like idea of a god is, you know, it's very tempting. I want to believe it. It would be
I would love
fucking
to
an
believe
awesome
it.
thing, you know, to think that there's a person over there like looking over us.
And there's
But-
like eternal life after this. life.
Yeah, and the pearly gates, and like, you know, you're gonna go see your fucking parents and shit. But nah,
yeah.
it just doesn't do it for me.
Just want to
Yeah, well, I
roll
think
my roller skates through them pearly gates.
Bars, dude. Let's make a song.
in that one monotone as well.
It is actually a song already. My mother used to sing it to me.
Oh,
She's
what?
rapping at you
Yeah.
just before or after she slammed you into the door.
Imagine just
Before
singing to
every
the sleep.
time.
Imagine like in the future, like people singing like Kanye to
Yeah.
their kids to get them to sleep and shit.
Oh.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. Now go to
You got
sleep.
like the dad, your dad's like over the kid, and then the mum's in the background, like, ooh,
Pops
get them
up.
back up.
It's like, and we got to put him to bed. Do you want your favorite song? Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Fucking
I don't
kill
like where
me,
this is
dude.
gone.
Did I tell you
How
I
did we
haven't
even
heard
get
on
onto
fucking
this?
wireless fucking Lil Pump? Because he is non-existent now, and that's what happens when you make a shit song.
Yeah, well, last I saw of him, he was pissing on a pile of money.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he was just in his apartment, and this was a few years ago now. And he just pissing in the sink into like money in the sink. He turns around, he
Damn.
was like, "What? I'm bored."
Did you see, like, you know how J. Cole made the diss track about him?
Yeah, this was after that.
And it's like, oh, just go and get yourself a house because you're not going to have this money forever. Like, literally a week later, he bought a house.
Yeah, fucking no.
Just to go left field from the alien conversation. Fuck Lil Pump. Fuck Xi Jinping.
Fuck Xi Jinping.
Wait, if you were gonna guess, right, one person on Earth is an alien, who are you thinking it is?
I'm going for Trump.
Oh, I'd go David Attenborough.
Dude, he's way too dumb. But that would make sense, wouldn't it?
David Attenborough.
Mm.
Yeah, Trump would make a lot of sense actually.
Because it's like he's so fucking like he's not aware.
You don't.
I'd
Yeah.
say Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, that man can't be human.
Dude, I feel like the easy one is Elon Musk. Because
Oh,
he just
yeah.
speaks like a robot. Or fucking, honestly, Zuckerberg.
I was about to say Zuckerberg. Wasn't he? Was there some
Yeah.
like conspiracy that he was a lizard or something?
Yeah, the leader of the lizard people.
I can see that.
But then there was that
Zuck and
picture of
Elon,
him like
both lizards.
do you
He's
remember
sweaty
that?
as
Was it-
fuck.
Yeah, was it a picture or a video of him? Was he drinking a bit of water or something like
Yeah,
that?
and he's getting grilled for
But then-
Facebook, taking people's like private information and selling it. They're
Yeah,
just
and
grilling the
everyone's like,
fuck out
"Oh,
of him. He
this is-
takes a photo.
I honestly felt bad for him then though, because like everyone's roasting him for like being a robot. But then there's a photo of like the other side of that, and literally like there's like
There's
a
so
wall
many
of cameras
cameras.
on the other side of the table,
Yeah.
and he's just got to sit there with cameras all in his face the whole time, like literally like a wall of cameras.
Shit.
It's a bit fucked.
Fucking the Zuck cuck, dude. What an asshole. Fuck you, Zuckerberg.
He's my god. He's the real god.
Oh, dude, he was like, everyone, we don't need privacy or whatever, and then proceeded to buy every house surrounding his house so that he would have privacy.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, what a fucking dick knob. Happy to sell everyone's information, but just doesn't want people to see him fucking in his undies.
Good on him.
Fuck.
Underwear.
Fuck that guy. Boys, speaking on like riots and things, I saw a idea the other day which I think I agree with, and I wanted to get your take on it. And
Mhm.
it's like a sentence multiplier for like crooked cops, like cops that take advantage of the system, and then say if they're like smuggling money or whatever or getting paid under the table by cartels and shit, and then the regular sentence would be 10 years, they would have like a 2 times multiplier because they were meant to be protecting the law rather than breaking it.
Yeah,
I like that a lot, actually.
You're right, it.
Yeah.
that's good because they're committing themselves to protecting the law kind of thing, and they're getting paid to do it and everything. And if they're doing dodgies on the side and everything, still, and it's not like they're on bad money. Like I think all cops are on decent wages.
Yeah, like it's okay. It's livable. It's nothing like you're not going to be getting Ferraris and shit, but it's probably better than the average, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like that'd definitely be fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But like, us being in Australia, Australia's a very chill place for like people that haven't been here. And I would feel perfectly comfortable like going up to a police officer if something was happening and just being like, "Oh, can you fucking please help us out?" Because I know they will. I know they're not going to fuck us up.
Hmm.
It's like in other countries, I feel like you can't really do that.
Yeah, it depends. Depends what country you're in, yes.
Yeah, like it is circumstantial, but like if we're talking first world countries and shit, you would expect like England and that to not be too bad. Like America, I don't. America seems like a 50-50.
Mm.
Obviously these days it's fucked, but even like 5-10 years ago it seemed like a 50-50.
Hmm.
I
I just thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it'd probably stop a lot of crooked cops. But at the same time, some of those cops are probably doing it because the cartel is probably going to kill them or something if they don't.
Yeah, that's the issue with those sorts of things. Once you get in with like a drug lord or whatever, like you're generally not getting out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like
fuck no.
that's not much of a problem in Australia. Maybe
No.
other countries and shit.
We had a couple with the underbelly stuff.
Oh, true. I still haven't really read into that at all.
No, I know nothing about it, dude, honestly.
Yeah, no, me either. I know about Lawyer X or whatever it was, but which is bullshit that she had to reveal her identity.
I didn't know she had to.
I don't know if she ever did, but I'll just give it a quick look up. But there was a thing going around saying, like, due to legal reasons, she had to reveal her identity because I can't remember why.
So was she a crooked lawyer?
Kind of, but it was for the right reasons. Like she had to do some dodgy work to get those people convicted or something like that.
All right.
Huh.
I don't
I
think
think that's what the story was.
But like, wasn't it that if like there was something that if it were to happen, that all of the cases that she had tried and all the people that she had put away were going to get out because they would be declared a mistrial?
Yes, I think it's because she turned on her clients or something.
Oh, that's not good. Can't do that.
Yeah, but she did get named as Nicola Gobbo.
Can you imagine the
Gobbo,
comments in high school?
Oh.
Oi,
Gobbo,
Gobbo.
what?
Just
Yeah,
doing
I
the
always think
weekend,
that.
couple Gobbos, slut.
I always think that people with names like that, like it never matters when you're older, but when
Nah.
you're a kid, kids aren't going to hold back.
kids are ruthless.
This is so ruthless.
Fuck. I get scared when I'm like skating down the street or like walking down the path and like there's a group of school kids walking towards me. I like cross the side of the road just because I'm like don't want to.
Clutch your soy.
Yeah.
It's like they're young enough to be like real shitheads, but they're too young for you to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get scared of them. I like to think they're scared of me.
I'm a man.
Have you guys seen Peep Show?
Nah.
There's an episode of Peep Show where he gets like bullied by these kids and he just goes fucking haywire on them one time. He's sick of it because he's going like the long way home and shit. And he stands up to him like swinging like a bat around at him and shit.
How does that end?
Well, no, it's pretty. You got to watch it. It's pretty funny, but yeah, it just sort of reminded me of that scenario.
I feel like a lot of kids would be scared if they saw you come at Ollie with that haircut.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, so Brandon's basically shaved. So what we did was set a bowl on top of my head, and Brandon cut around the bowl until the back, and then shaved down the sides below the bowl, and left the back. So it's sort of like a
The bowl cut mullet.
Yeah, it was
It's like a
supposed to
bowl
be
cut
a,
mullet, yeah.
it was supposed to be a Zach Butters, but it didn't quite turn out that way. It was
going for a Zach Butters.
yeah, well,
Going for a Zach Butters cut.
it was looking quite buttery, and then I think Darcy took a little bit too much off the fringe, like the front maybe. But yeah, I rate the mullet at the back. It's quite nice.
Yeah, so if you don't know who Zach Butters is, you can just look him up. He's an AFL player. But it's been like for about 2 weeks now, I think. And my boss only just picked up on it today.
Oh, did you get grilled?
I was wearing a hat and I've been wearing a beanie the whole time because it's winter here. And a beanie obviously hides it very well because you can't really see anything. But then because I was wearing a hat, he could see like above my ears and stuff. He's like, "Do you have a mohawk or something?" Oh, fuck. I was like, "You don't want to see it." He's like, "No, take that off." So I took it off and showed him. He's like, "Jesus."
Do you remember when you cut your hair, Phin?
I do. That was a traumatic day. It was also one of the best days in my life as well. I was glad to get rid of that mop of a
So
haircut.
how long was your hair? Like lower than your shoulders, fair bit, wasn't it?
I reckon.
So almost at your titties?
Yeah, I reckon it would have hit my tits at one point.
Yeah, okay. The nip hair?
Like, yeah, but like if I had my nipple hair, if I like pulled it up a little bit, I'd be able
Nipple
to.
hair.
Yeah, I'd be able to
Stretch out my nipple hair. Wow.
Are you saying if you pulled up your nipple hair, how much nipple hair do you have?
It's an interesting part of Phin. He basically has no hair on his body except for his nipples, where it's just two fucking forests.
But it's just they're just like
Jewish
super
congregation. But Finn's hair was like down to his nips, and he wanted to cut it because it was being annoying.
Yeah, we were drinking one day, and then we were like, "Fuck it, may as well shave the head off." So we started shaving. I think it was like a 4.
And Sam had a crack first, didn't he?
Yeah, Sammy was doing it first. He was doing a good job, and then
And you became untrustworthy.
I didn't trust Sam, and I was like, "Sam, Look, I don't trust you to do my ears. I'm gonna give the baton, give the razors to Biddy, one of our mates, and little do I know he didn't have the cage over it. So straight up the side of my head, leaves me with a huge bulge, just square.
Oh fuck! We need to find that photo and edit it over the top of this. Fuck, it's good. So we decided to take one of Finn's longer pieces of hair and just tape it to the side of his head to try and cover it up.
I already look like a bit of a cancer patient, so I didn't end up shaving the whole head. I just leave the square of baldness on the side of the head.
It was a real statement, a real fashion statement.
Oh,
But looking back on long-haired Finn, it does look fucked as now. I feel like looking back at anyone that used to have long hair,
It's
looks
way
fucked.
different, isn't it?
At the time, you're like, oh, that's just them. Then they get their haircut, and you think it's weird, but then you look back on it, and it looks heaps better now. Like, it's
Yeah.
not long.
I don't think I ever met long-haired Finn.
He was a bit of a creature.
Couldn't feed him past midnight.
Yeah, couldn't. Only soy as well. Had to drink out of like a little cat's bowl just with soy milk.
Yuck.
Ew, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine that. Imagine you come home and you just see on all fours Finn. He's like,
Oh.
meow.
You just see a bit of his nipple hair fall off into his milk as he's sipping it up.
Ah.
Oh, that's some fucking nightmare fuel right there. Yeah, shit. Boys, I had a question. Right. So we're all dead in this scenario. We're going up to the old aforementioned pearly gates, and they give us a choice. We can get 3 statistics about our life. Which ones do you choose?
3 stats.
Yes, you can get 3 stats
Oh.
On anything.
anything you want. It could be related. Well, it should be related to you. Yeah, surely.
I reckon my number one would definitely be how much time did I spend on the toilet?
Oh,
Fuck,
really?
that's not a bad one actually.
Nah, that one's why? Why would you get that?
Why does that matter? Like, it's just going to depress you. Like, oh, fuck, waste my life.
Yeah, wasted so much.
Oh, because I reckon it's.
I had fun on the toilet. I don't know about you boys.
How long do you reckon you would spend on the toilet though of your life? I feel like it's
Oh.
quite a few years.
Fucking heaps. Recently, I've been shitting like 4 to 5 times a day. So I've been,
You have a regular milk Finn.
I've been on the toilet for fucking ages. I've been eating cheese actually. It's been killing.
Little rat boy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I've just done a quick. Oh no, carry on. That's the
I
wrong.
think I'd love to see what number of times I was within 2 seconds of dying.
That's a huge one. Wow.
Like literally just about to happen. For some reason, it didn't happen.
Like, how many times you were like,
near death experiences.
Yeah, but like, what if I because it doesn't occur to you about how often you could just be so close to dying and just be completely oblivious to it.
yeah, like, say you turned left instead of went straight, and that could have ended in you getting fucking stabbed or something, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
It can be
just-
any number of things.
yeah. No, that's one I'd definitely like to see.
I would
I can't say-
like to see how many dead babies I've put on tissues.
Honestly, that's the first thing that pops into my head, but I wasn't going to say it.
I reckon, yeah. Interesting start.
Yeah, I'd love to see like what all my sperm could have became.
Yeah. Like doctors.
Let's see what percentage of my sperm is just fucking Down syndrome.
See if I had like the next Elon Musk or something in there.
Next
Yeah.
alien baby. After fucking that alien, you would.
Yeah, fucking oath.
I'd like to see my weight in kilograms of how much I've shat.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind that.
The question is, if it's in kilograms, would it go to tons?
Yes,
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
reckon.
I've had some heavy days.
Your whole lifetime as well. Long.
That is
22 years, is it now? You're 22.
Yeah.
So 20. Yeah, you'd have it over a ton of. Oh
She doesn't seem that heavy though.
no, I don't reckon you would. I don't reckon you would shit over a
I
ton.
don't reckon I would either.
Fair scary.
How heavy is the average shit?
What the
I'd say. Would you shit in
Oh, yeah.
your lifetime?
Would you shit? I would.
How much do you poop in your lifetime? Here we go, boys.
Fuck.
These are real questions.
We don't even need these after death stats, dude. We just got Google to give it to us.
So, what do we got? Men and women move their bowels about once per day and produce a daily average of 14 to 17 ounces, which is 400 to 500 grams of feces.
A day?
Yeah.
500 grams of shit a day. There's a chance I'm clearing a ton in my entire life.
Oh, for sure. I feel like with the amount of zinger stackers I put down, my odds are increased for bigger numbers there.
In 1
Brendan's
year.
not the average male.
Big zinger shitter. Big zinger shitter 3 times a week, I reckon. And then grog bogs on weekends. Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'd
the
say
grog
I
bog
shit.
is a killer.
I'd
Sorry.
say I shit on average 2 or 3 times a day. I'd say 2 times a day. But
Yeah.
they're saying 145
Over under
kilograms.
1.5.
They're saying 400 grams. Like they're saying the average 400 grams. Total poop production in a week would be 2.8 kilos. In a year, a single person would yield about 145 kilograms of poop. They use the word poop too, which I think seems childish.
145.
Yeah,
Poop's a bit of an uncomfortable word, I feel.
Wouldn't you put like feces in there if you're actually writing a document?
Yeah, well, they have feces in here at some spots, but a man living to age 76, which is the average life expectancy for a male, is 11,030 kilos. So that's well over a ton, isn't it?
Tons, only 1,000 kilograms.
Fuck.
11 tons of shit. Jeez.
You could
All
shit
right.
a ton in almost like 10 years. Less
Yeah,
than-
I reckon I'm halfway there. To the
I
old
reckon we've shit
11 ton.
multiple tons in our lifetime already.
Hmm.
I'd say I've probably done two tons.
How much of solid shit do you reckon you've done, Finn?
So, 0.
Wait, it's meant to be solid.
Never heard of it.
Bob Lazar's story is more believable than that.
But
Do you boys remember your first diarrhea story?
No.
Oh, mine was shocking. I had to go home early from like a birthday party. It was at Pins and Play, and Mum had to come
I
pick me
used to
up.
love parties at Pins and Play. Like
Oh,
that
they were the shit, weren't they?
Pins and Play was like a giant playground with a ball pit. Really, it went up like what 2 stories high, maybe.
Mm. Just lots
Yeah,
of
I
other
reckon you
shit
did.
as well, and all that other stuff. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I had to go home, and like I went to the toilet, and I had to yell out to Mum because I didn't know what was going on. I yelled out, I was like, "Mum, I'm pissing out of my bum!" Like, like it was just that liquefied. I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't have the ring of fire.
I'm pissing out of my bum.
Yeah,
As a
I was
parent,
horrified.
surely that would be the worst thing you'd fucking hear.
In other words, Mum, you've got a huge clean-up to do.
Oh, fuck me.
Come pick me up on my shit smeared legs.
Yuck.
Foul, cunt.
Oh, that. While we're on the topic of turds and all that other stuff, and Pins and Play, so Pins and Play turned into Inflatable World.
Great establishment too.
Oh, it was fantastic. So it was just like a bunch of blow-up slides and other stuff that would go on there. So I used to work there, and they'd throw like a few birthday parties here and there. And anyway, there was one day this little fella went down the one of the slides there, the main inflatable slide. And anyway, he accidentally, I don't know how he did it, but there was like half a turd on the slide. And I was like, oh my God, no. I was like the other end of the like the room at this stage, and like one of my other co-workers is like, yo, someone's just taking a shit on the slide. I'm like, oh fuck. So I look over, and then on the top of the slide was this little girl. She probably would have been 3 or 4 years old. With this beautiful like white like coat on her. And I just see her go down the slide. I just see it in slow motion. And I just, there was like, as she went down, I just saw there was no more shit on the slide. I was like, oh my God, no. And she's gotten up from the slide, and you just see this massive turd stain down the back. I'm like, oh, fuck. It was shocking. I had to go grab her and take her to her mum.
Did you get a grilling from the parents for having shit on the slide?
Nah, not really. They're actually pretty understandable. We just got to
shit, sorry.
Yeah,
I can't imagine the helplessness of saying that
this week.
Yeah, and like the chick didn't really know, the little girl didn't know what was going on. So I was like trying to hold her by her shoulders and lead her to her mum without her sort of accidentally jumping up, getting shit all over my hands.
Just the slight massage technique, Bran.
Yeah.
One we've used to calm kids down plenty of times before.
Mm.
I used to just find a pressure point. Drag on their ankles.
But I can't leave a kid shit on the slide.
Yeah, there's fantastic shit happening there. Yeah.
Wait, so did you find who actually took the shit on the slide, or was he?
It was this little boy. You couldn't really do much about him. Told the parents, and then they just went and cleaned up his shorts. And
Do you know what you should have done, Brandon? Is you should have went and shat on the slide, and then made him go down it. See how you fucking like it.
Basically, so on his stomach.
Why is he weighing out his bum?
A big drunk bump from the night before. Oh no!
Wow, did you guys ever have? Me and Phin went to the same school, and Brandon and Westy went to the same school. We've said this before, but we'll say it again. Did you guys, Brandon and Westy, have like a shit kid that would like smear shit on walls and things?
We did have a kid who shat on. So we had like these showers over in Emmanuel, and it was one of the last few days of year 12, I think. And you know, like the soap, it was like sort of like a soap holder that's like sort of mounted into the shower, like onto the side of the wall or something, where you could put like a bar of soap or something. Well, his idea, he was like, oh, I'm going to take a shit on the little soap holder. So he dropped this huge log on like a soap holder. And it was there for that long that the year after us, the people from year 11 going into year 12 got blamed for it, and they got in trouble for it. So the shit was there for like a good 4 months before anyone found it.
And that is a private school, ladies.
The best part is I was there when the kid did it. I watched it happen. The cunt gets up on a chair, squats a fucking soap holder. And I'm not going to tell him not to. I'm not going to do it, but I'm not going to discourage it.
Not tell him that, man. Not do anything, honestly. That's a powerful human being.
I find it so impressive that he actually got it to like, do you know how hard it is to aim this shit? Like, how does he get it to stay on there? Like, if I were to try that, I'd shit and then it'd land in my pants or something, you know? I'd have my pants around my ankles or something and it'd fall in there somehow.
I can't say I watched too closely. I just maybe look at the aftermath.
See how the asshole puckers as it leaves?
You like guiding him in like one of those claw machines at an arcade.
Got 2 lights like you're about to land a plane on a strip.
It was sort of like coiled up a bit, like the shits you imagine in like a cartoon.
Oh, that's impressive.
Oh, we just had a bloke that smeared shit on the walls.
Well,
That's worse, I think.
That's fucked us because he did that for a joke. I know for a fact he did that for a joke.
Yeah.
I don't remember who you're talking about or the story about this. Just
there's not much of a story because I wasn't there. I think we might have been year 8 or year 9 or something like that. But he literally just smeared shit all over the fucking changing room toilet, all over the walls.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
What,
fairly
you
certain. Fairly
Yeah,
certain.
Going
That's
to
what it
a
was.
public school.
Yeah. Boys, I'll tell you what you get for working at the place that I work at, which all of you would have seen because I sent the Snapchat of it. But I saw the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life
It was
about a week
unwatchable.
ago. Oh my god, dude. Like I walked into the toilet, and this will happen occasionally where there's like someone's pissed and they haven't flushed it. Like it's a bunch of fucking truck drivers and shit. You don't expect them to be clean. You don't expect them to drop a shit that's 75% the size of my forearm and thicker than
Did you save the video of that by any chance?
No, I didn't. I fucking should have, dude. I
Oh,
should have. It was
could
once
have
in a
chucked it over the top.
like you know you hear about like you see if you look up on Google like big shits, you'll see like a legend, which is the shit that goes from your ass to the water and touches the water without leaving your ass. You'll see like real big ones, but I've never actually seen a giant shit. And that was the biggest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Why did I look that up? That genuinely makes me feel sick.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a murky toilet and it looks like a fucking eel in there. It's like a fucking
Oh.
off green. I don't know. Oh,
Wait, what do you look up?
it's just big shit. That is disgusting. You don't want to see it.
Oh, the second one?
Really,
Yeah.
The big S. Yeah, yuck.
like we could not put it down the toilet at all. And like I find that sort of juvenile thing quite funny because it was so unexpected. I was pissed myself. I was telling anyone I saw, I was like, yo, go look in the toilet. There's a giant unflushable shit in there. And everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? And then one comes like, oh, yeah, nice. And I told one of the old lads, and he's like, oh, these fucking dirty cunts. So I went in to go to the girls' toilets, which is next to it, because we can't use the fucking males one because there's a fucking anaconda in the toilet. And I hear him walk next to it, and he's like, oh, this is fucked. I hear him pick up the brush, and for about a minute straight, just fucking pound the shit out of it. Flush the toilet. And I got out because I was pissing myself. I was like, who the fuck is that? This fucking behemoth. Who even has the testosterone in them to try and take this thing on? And he cleaned it perfectly. Shit was gone. It's like,
Wow. What a fucking what a champion.
Yeah.
oh, it was huge. It's the
He
biggest thing I've
deserves a
ever
pay rise, that man.
seen. He does. He definitely does. Oh,
I've got another bit of a porta potty horror story again for you boys.
oh, please. Oh, yes, please.
I believe I sent you all the video.
I didn't watch it, so this will be good.
So what happened was I really, really needed to shit. Like I was touching cotton or the lycra panels because I'm wearing Step 1 underwear. Please sponsor us.
We'll talk about shit.
No, but so I had to go, but I knew there was no toilet paper and there was none in the ute. So I thought, we've got a first aid kit in the ute. Surely there's something in there like bandages or something I can use. And I find this stack of like gauze pads, like in packaging. Like, oh yeah, that'll be good. And the packaging was decent. Say you make like like you know you make that squirt, that rectangle with your thumb and your pointer. You make like a gun with each hand and join them together so it's like a rectangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it was roughly that size, maybe a bit bigger. The
That's a
wrapper.
good description.
Yeah, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll grab a few of these. So I grabbed like 3 of those, I think, and dipped my shit, and then unwrapped the gauze pads from the wrapper, and they literally took up, I would say, less than a quarter of the packaging. So they were fucking tiny, and they were obviously like mesh. So I had to like get as many together as I could, so it didn't go through onto my finger.
Yeah.
So I get them all together and just pray for a clean wipe. And God was on my side that day because I had the cleanest wipe. And I
Oh,
didn't do a safety wipe even because there wasn't enough gauze for a safety wipe. But I was 99% certain it was all clean.
nice. What would you have done if it wasn't a safe wipe?
I don't know. There was always the toilet paper roll, which I have used before, the actual cardboard roll.
Which can't be comfortable at
It
all.
isn't at all. I can tell you that much. But I have resorted to that before because
Yeah, cardboard roll.
I didn't realize there was no toilet paper at that time,
Do you
and the
scoop it?
cardboard roll was white, so it looked like it had a little bit on it, but it didn't.
True.
But yeah, that's just another one of my worksite toilet horror stories.
I think we should get off the topic of shits.
We
I'll
seem to get stuck on this a bit, actually.
bring it a little bit. So I'm going to bring in the porn comments of the week. I've got the tally up, but I wasn't here last week. So who won? Who got it correct last?
Nah, none of us did. It was a Schmidt had sent us
fuck
up with
it.
a behind the scenes, so none of us got that. I was like blooper reel.
It was a compilation, yeah, of bloopers.
Okay, very nice. So the scores at the moment are then without last week. Justin is on winning at 3. Ollie's next on 2. We don't give a fuck about the last ones, Ollie.
I can't even fuck looking for it.
Brandon, you're on 1. You're
Thanks, man.
I
last
say
year.
every week that I say every week I'll go back and look at them, but I can't be bothered.
Oh, all right. Mike Fromler says she squirts dust.
Okay,
Interesting.
so she's old. Got little red Gibbs head with just a straight up tit pic as her picture. Says, "How did I end up here?" ...
Beneath that, unknown has sexy and exciting.
And then Uddersfield says, "Love her cottage cheese ass at 6:15."
Oh,
That
what?
photo from Huddersfield. As
Yeah,
much
it's
as
like,
that comment is fucked.
is it a big black dude behind her as well? Or?
Yeah, it's railing what looks to be a crying fat woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Love her cottage cheese ass. Jeez, that's gross. Bobby Four Shoes says, "What have I done?" With a full stop, so he took his time.
And Cuddly Aussie says, "Why did I?"
Dave ZZ11 said, had to stop the video. This is the outer limits for me.
And then EE Coda said, "Her ass looked like a nutsack when it's cold outside." It's definitely someone old.
This is the last one.
Damn. I have a big dick 222, which is a sure sign that you don't have a big dick. Says her ass looks like a deflated balloon.
Jesus Christ. And in reply to that, Joe MS says, "Ha ha ha ha, yeah. Like those helium balloons that hover a foot above the ground when they've been left in the corner of the room for a month." That's fucking way too vivid. That's too vivid. I can picture that.
Finally, we have Quorum 22, and they've said, Papa bless. What do you boys think?
I'm guessing it's 2 old people.
Yeah, I'd definitely go. Yeah, 2 old people doing doggy or something.
I'm gonna go straight 2 old people clapping cheeks.
I'm gonna go old lady squirts with fucking big dick fat cock.
I'll go just the classic old couples get doggied. Old woman gets doggied.
I don't actually have the link for it because I lost it. Actually, I apologize. We won't be able to listen to any of the audio. But
I'm sure all the listeners are fucking shattered about that.
but I don't know if any of you are actually on the dot with it, so I might give it to.
So it's not an old couple.
What did you have? What was
It's
it?
not an old couple. No, it was actually grandma gets railed, so it was the grandkid and grandma.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
me.
there you go.
This incest stuff's getting taken to a whole new level.
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, dude. Seems like a pattern with you, Phin.
It's just my favorites. I'm just scrolling down the favorites.
Suggested.
Yeah,
Number one.
suggested.
But you really do wonder what the people are. So, was it an amateur video or was it like a proper production?
It looked quite amateur. It wasn't a proper production.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
That's so rough to think of.
It was one of the. Someone mentioned in the comments. I didn't have it in here because it would have gave it away. But someone mentioned in the comments, it was like, "Oh, this is that dude from My Strange Addictions, and he's addicted to fucking old people. He has a fetish for."
No way.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
Yeah, I forget his.
wow.
I forget his name though.
Finding out that's your fetish.
Yeah, apparently it was that same dude.
Wow.
No.
Good on him. Making a name for himself.
Yeah.
Chase his dreams. He's a real go-getter, that, you know.
Dude, I because of the sad passing of Jeff, how he may be fucked at work, I have a story about our own crazy man at the place that I work at. And fuck, I haven't actually thought of a fake name for him now. Someone give me a fake name.
Paul.
Okay, Paul do. Paul will do. So this guy, he comes in, he rings up. Dude lives in his car with his cat. He rings up.
Actually.
Yeah, yep. Because there's a part of it's an important bit of information to know.
Fuck,
He will
have I
ring
not
up
heard
our
about this. Sorry.
bosses and he will just ask, like, have you got any work for me? And he cleans, right? He comes in and cleans a depot, filthiest fucking place in the world, right? There's dust everywhere, and out the back of the shed is literally just like a gravel road. So there is no fucking cleaning it. There's no point to cleaning it at all because it just gets the worst the next day. Either way, that's a fucking pet peeve. He will just come in and he will start cleaning things, right? Except as he's walking around, like I've made a conscious effort to try to get to know this bloke because I feel like he has some real interesting stories because he just walks around and he talks to himself. So like you'll say hello to him and I'll say, oh, g'day Paul, how are you, mate? And he'll just go, "Rrr, rrr, rrr."
Sure he's not a dog.
Yeah, he literally like he grumbles to himself. And there was one time I walked into the coffee room. I'm just going there to make a coffee so I can sit down at the computer and write up some manifests. And he was listening. You know that song Dancing on My Own?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just had that on YouTube, staring at it, like literally an inch away from his face. And he just would not look away. Like it was the old version that the chick sings. And I was like,
Oh, no.
hey Paul, how are you, mate? And he's like, oh, yeah, good. And he's just staring at it. He would not look away from it. He's fucking stirring his coffee and staring at this Dancing on My Own song. I was like, fuck, this guy has absolutely lost it.
Is
Right?
it raunchy?
Not at all. No, it's literally just a chick singing. So I was
Oh.
so confused why he was so interested in it. But then about a week after that, I didn't have to say hello to him. He said hello to me. So I was getting in there, right? Like I'm sneaking in. I was told a story at that same time that one time he was meant to come into work, but he rang up and said he couldn't because his cat had locked him out of his car.
Oh.
And it's literally like the classic, you get out of the car. I don't know what he was doing, but he must have gotten out to fucking take a piss or something. And the cat fucking stood on the lock thing to lock him out of his car. So he didn't come into work that day. And I don't even know if he slept in his car. But this dude, right, apparently used to be really good at golf. We have a golfer from our town who's on the pro circuit now called Mark Leishman. He plays PGA. He's a gun, right? Apparently this bloke, when they were the same age, was as good, if not better than him, right?
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then he had a bad breakup, turned to the old narcotics and sort of lost his mind a little bit.
Oh, no.
But occasionally he'll just be walking along, he'll be cleaning up, picking up rubbish, and you'll just see him freeze, like completely freeze, and he'll get in a golf stance. He'll like look down, he'll put a ball on the ground, and then just like look forward, like about as he's about to like drive a golf ball. And he'll just stand there, like you watch him, and he like puts his hands down as if he's got a club. He gets real focused on it,
takes a big fucking swing at it, and then just stands there and watches for like 10 seconds as if it's traveling.
Oh, Jesus.
He'll just stand there and he'll be looking, he'll have his hand over his head, and then he'll just walk on as if nothing happened.
Just dreaming about what could have been.
I don't know.
You've got to take a video of that next time he does it.
Yeah.
Dude, I've only ever seen him do it once.
Do you reckon
Only
Leishman,
ever seen it once.
I wonder if Leishman still catches up with him when he's home?
Yeah. It'd be
But I
interesting
wanna-
to see all the stories of like homeless people and what they used to do and what they could have been and shit like that.
100%. I really just want to. I want to get into the mind of this man.
Mm.
It's like a sad story, but it's still like pretty funny that he does that.
I just love that he just, fully stops and that he watches the ball. It's like not fucking going anywhere. Cunt doesn't even exist.
You should next time you walk past him, just be like singing, dancing on my own under your breath.
Yeah.
Like just sort of humming a little bit.
When he hits the ball, just yell out 4.
Yeah.
I've also heard that apparently in the summer he'll just come in with no shirt on, and that's the only bit of high vis that he has on. So the boss gets real shitty about it, and you'll have to try and find him to get him to put a shirt on. Which it hasn't been summer yet with me working there, so I haven't been able to see that or confirm it. But when that happens, I will get a video.
How often
Fucking
does this man work?
2 to 3 times a week. So I get to see a bit of him, and we're starting to. He always says hello to me now. I don't have to say it to him. He always greets me first, and I'm getting into his inner circle.
I feel like you're manufacturing this friendship, and I love it.
Yeah.
I just really want to I want to hear some sort of story out of him, because I imagine it's just the most ridiculous shit. Apparently, because a lot of the people that I work at a fucking freight company, so people smoke all the time, and he absolutely loves an old dart, the boy, and he would just be sitting there and have his hand to his face and smoking a dart, and he'll be talking. And people the bloke that I work with has told me stories about how he thinks he's thought he was talking to him, so he'll answer him and be like, "Oh yeah, not much yourself," and he'll just look at him as if he's on the phone, but he's just got his hand to his face. He doesn't have.
What the
He'll just go straight back to it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
Poor fella.
So I'll try and delve into the mind of that man.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to get too close to him.
Dude, what if he gets obsessed with me?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's some quality content though.
Yeah.
quality?
We'll get him on, boys. We'll mic him up. We'll get him on.
Oh, fuck, imagine that.
What would you do if he's like, "Oh, do you want to go for a hit of golf on the weekend? I'll tell you everything."
I think
Yeah.
I'd have to,
Yeah.
but then he's like, "Oh, meet me in this field, 30 k's away from civilization."
I'll give you the coordinates. It's not an address, it's coordinates.
That's my longitude, latitude. But he had asked the when he first started, he had asked the bloke that I we do similar jobs, so we're basically partners in a sense. He'd asked him if he wanted to go for a hit of golf with him. So I'm really hoping he asked me if he wants to go for a hit of golf.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should.
That would be an experience.
I'd play the front 9 with him. I probably wouldn't play a full 18. I'd want to see if he's actually good, if he's properly good at golf, because that would be very interesting.
That'd be sick if he was good.
Golf's a very precise game, and if you're someone that's basically lost their mind, what it seems to be anyway,
Yeah.
it'd be fucking interesting if he's good at it. But yeah, that's my crazy man. My crazy man at work.
I'll come for a hit behind yous just to make sure nothing happens.
Don't get dragged into the bushes.
If it happens, let me know, and I'll come for a hit behind yous that same day, but won't acknowledge you like I know you.
Yeah, fuck it out.
I'll start 5 minutes beforehand. I'll be in the hole in front. We'll have you trapped.
Oh, dude, speaking of golf, actually, this might get back to a previous topic, but we have a charity drive, I guess, every year called the Hole in One, and it's you set up probably 80 meters away from a golf hole, and if you hit a hole in one, you get a chance to win a car. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Prize. And we had quite a few beers this night, and we were pretty bored, so we figured we'd just go walking around, go down to the local scenery and see what's going on. And this was when the hole-in-one was on, but obviously no one's around because it's like fucking 3 a.m. in the morning. And one of our mates is like,
I've just
"You're gonna
remembered the
shit in
story.
the hole-in-one." And so he did.
Naturally, we encouraged it.
Yeah, we're never going to deny that because that shit was fucking hilarious. And I just feel real bad for the bloke that rocked up the next day. Oh, yes. Schmout's photo. I feel bad for the bloke that rocked up the next day to like clear the fucking, make sure the course is all sweet and finding a shit in the middle of the hole-in-one.
Do you reckon they would have actually even looked though? I guess they
I
would have
don't
had
know.
to just
You
to
reckon
make sure
it's
there's
dirt?
no balls in there.
We full pulled the flag out. Like, there was no fucking around there.
Yeah, well,
Shit.
there was two mates of mine in year 12. It seemed like a bit of a. I think one of them was the same one that did the shit on the soap thing.
Mm.
They he kind of liked just shitting in random places. Like it's just a weird phase he went through. I don't know why, but he just did. And my other mate loved it too. Like he was just. And I remember they asked me like, "Oh, do you want to go shit on the bench in the gardens, like the local gardens at like fucking 9 o'clock at night?" And I was like, "No." And then I get a
That's
picture
not
from him
even
like
late.
10 minutes later, and they've shat on the bench in the garden. And
What the fuck?
yeah, another time we were fishing, and same bloke, he just digs a hole in the sand and just sits in it with like just his ass out and just shits in the hole in the sand. Like there's a family walking past. I remember this specifically. A family walked past, but you couldn't see that he was like shitting. It just looked like he was sitting in the sand because he dug the hole and only just had his ass out. And like the other mate that frothed on it was sitting next to him, just pissing himself laughing.
The man that's done this
And I was just
before.
there fishing, like, fucking hell, what am I doing with these cunts?
Oh,
And yeah, after they fucking. Yeah, he shat on the beach and just buried it.
But I think that's a bloke that, like, when he gets to 35, 40, will want to be shat on by women.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's very very normal and straight now. But yeah, maybe he does have a bit of a few secrets, a few fetishes in the bed. But yeah, I love how this episode we sort of planned to talk about UFOs and shit, like in light of the White House or the Pentagon releasing all the documents and the Joe Rogan pod, but we've just talked about shit for about 45 minutes already.
Yeah. Say if your partner's fetish was to be shat on, would you do it?
No.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker for me. Man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to touch someone that I just shat on.
I could do it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you know,
It'd be
yeah,
worse knowing your soy milk
I
turds.
just, yeah, I
Oh,
just,
yuck.
The brown shower from
yeah.
Your bumpy.
I hope you've been drinking a lot of milk today, hon.
He just feeds you milk like half an hour before.
The first dry perspective you've grown accustomed to.
Make it real slow.
Have you boys watched that movie 43 yet?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Is it on anything?
I don't think it might be on Netflix because someone shits on someone in that movie as well. Oh, well, they go to anyway. It's very good.
Yeah, I've still been meaning to watch that one that Phin was talking about in the prison.
That
Oh,
is brilliant.
which one was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
That's
someone actually shits on someone in that movie as well.
Vintage. All coming full circle, boys.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the platform Phin?
Platform, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea for a film.
Oh, it is.
Like, honestly.
There's a lot of movies involving shit, isn't it? Like The Human Centipede. I've never seen that, but I don't know if I want to either.
I don't feel like there's any reason to watch The Human Centipede,
No.
to be honest.
Oh, I think it is on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
I might have to give it a watch.
Very nice.
But yeah, I don't understand the fetish of being shat on.
No.
There's a lot of questions out there that are quite questionable.
Anyways, I reckon, does anyone have anything else other than shit to talk about, or do we wrap it up there?
No, mostly all my topics were just shit related. So
Just love
I didn't
talking
really
about
have any, but we just absolutely riffed off this shit talk.
No, all right.
Oh shit!
Thanks for listening.
thanks, boys and
Make sure to
girls.
comment, and let us fucking interact with us or something if you're listening. Like, I don't know how many people are listening to our last one. I'll just quickly get that up. But if you are
Sad
listening, like, put a comment in or something. It'd be nice just to know
Someone out
someone.
there's listening.
Send us a picture of your dick to our email, or your titties. You know, we don't discriminate.
Well, yeah,
We'll take it.
For our last one, we have 9 views. So I'm guessing that's someone that we don't know. Obviously, is on there, maybe. But yeah,
There must be at least one, right?
Trap.
We have one.
Trap Drip still listening.
Shut up.
yes.
You are.
Cunt, dude.
But yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Thanks. What?
See you next
Solana.
So